Hi everyone, this is the card that we're going to be doing today, the finished product. You can see I've put gems on the tail, just from any cheap shop that we all know where we can get them from. They're just as good, so I don't mind using them. Just a quick word, the sentiment, I feel I might have done it too small, so if you was to do it a bit bigger, I think that might come out a little bit better. Okay, so there are a couple of things we need to do on the computer first. So I'm going to take the SCM file because it's already sized, ready. If you need to get the SGV, then you need to resize that one. So we've got to ungroup it. And the dragonflies I want to do are these two here. So I know I can get rid of that one. And I know I can get rid of them wings. These wings I want to keep, and I'm going to group them so that they're all together. Now, just to save a bit of time sorting the rest out, I'm going to group them together. And then I'm going to go into layers and hide them, because we don't need them right now. So, because you don't need to do this, but because I am testing out a couple of ideas, I'm just going to do a couple of each. I mean, if you want to do a couple of layers of wings, then obviously go right ahead. So we're going to group them so that we can move them as one. And then duplicate. But like I said, you don't need to duplicate. I want to cut these out separately because we're going to cut these on acetate. So it's File, Transfer via the Internet. That's just telling you that you've hidden some objects, but we don't want to export them yet, so that's okay. And OK. So now we can clear that because they're over on the machine. So now what I want to do is some text, but first of all I'm going to bring a box over because I need that. Square. And I need that to be 7.5 inches squared, because we're going to have one layer on the card that's 7.5 inches. But then I want to bring in some text. So we'll just do it under here for now. What I want to do, actually we won't offset first, we need to divide it. So weld and then divide. Because what I need to do I'm going to group that and then them two are separate as well. Obviously we're going to resize it in a moment. I just want it where I think it should go. That looks about right. Let's move that out of the way so it doesn't get in our way. What I want to do now is size it right down. And then one more. So the same thing, click off it. What's that? Oh, that's the eye. I think I'll leave that. Missed that one somehow. So we want to weld, divide. And that's going to be going this side. Come on. Actually, forgot to move the square out the way. There we go. And again, we want it fairly small. Now we can check if we click on one word, the height. The height of that is 0.44 and the height of that, and there you go, 0.44. So we know they're the same size. Now what we're going to do, group it together, and then we're going to offset it at 0.08. Outward, leave as it is because we still want the words. There we go. Now I'm just going to go in a bit closer because we need to pick up all the outside parts. I think I've got them all, and then we're going to weld them. That's it, and then they will move out the way. Do the same for the top. So group it and then offset it. Same 0.08, and then you're just going to pick up all the separate ones. If you hold your shift key down and click on anything, it groups it. And then weld. There we go. So then if you do display, zoom to map size, it takes you back to the whole map. Now the words, I want to change to draw because we're going to draw those. We'll leave them down there a second. But this one, we want it cut out like that. We want that in that corner and that one in that corner, so that the words are underneath it written and it is cut out of the shape. And then we need our dragonfly. So that's this group. Ungroup. They're the two we want, that one and that one. That's out the way. And then I think for now, we'll group them back up. And hide them again. So if we get this laid out, where we'd like it to be, okay, they're not going to fit on the side, but these will. So we'll move these up here. And then we'll just send it all over, transfer via the internet once you've cut out the... Okay. Of course, what you can do if you find easier is to pick these and also hide them. Because we are drawing them, you can hide them and then send them over afterwards and do them as a separate piece. Okay. Okay, so I have done all the cutting out. I drew the sentiments and I used my Sakura pens, pink and blue, because I just fancy them colours right now. Obviously, you don't have to copy my colours. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try different ways of sparkling up these acetate wings. So I'm going to use some Mod Podge sparkle, spray sparkle and normal glitter with just some bookbinding glue. So I'll come back when it's done. So I've tried out twice because I've got to be honest, I wasn't very happy with the first effect. Although saying that, now they've dried properly, this would be the Mod Podge sparkle, this is normal glitter, and this is spray glitter. And I have to say, the Mod Podge sparkle really does come through well. But I've done it again with very subtle colours. The Mod Podge sparkle is not coming through quite yet because it's still not quite dry, but I still think it's the one to go with. So I've cut all the parts out now, ready to do. This is Wallpaper. I like the glitz of it. I do love wallpaper. I'm always nicking my mates' wallpapers. I'm sure you all do the same. I'm going to be ripping this down to just give it an extra little effect, because it is a very simple card. I just thought I'd give an extra little style to it, just ripping like a path through the middle. Then I have to take bits off either side so that there is actually a gap. Of course, the other way to do it is to cut the square of wallpaper a little bit smaller so that when you put it on there's a gap anyway. Just do the other one. You don't want too much of a gap, but not too perfect either. I like the rip effect. If you don't like the rip effect, I guess you could cut it. Okay, so before we stick it down, I need to stick the sentiments underneath the sentiment outline. So, got my bookbinding glue. And what we do, I always make the paper a little bit bigger in case if you do it too small, there's nothing you can do. You do it too big, you just cut the edges off. It's that simple. So stick it down. And there you go. It fits exactly because we've already cut out the sentiment outline. Do the same with the other side. You could as well colour the outline in if you like. If you don't like just an outline drawn, that will work. So before I stick it down, we need to cut the extra edge that comes off the silver wallpaper. So it's a lot easier than trying to fit it in if it's too small. No harm done that way. Just do this one. There we go, nice and easy done. So now we'll stick them both down. I use my bookbinding glue. It's a glue that I always use. I believe it to be the best glue. That's my opinion. It's quick to stick down, it grabs brilliantly, and you don't need to use a lot. So it is definitely the glue of my choice. So when you stick it down, leave a little gap around. Oh, and make sure you got the card facing the right way. Leave a gap around so that you can see a little bit of the card all the way round. Same as the other end. And that way you've got like a little path going through the middle. So now we choose a dragonfly. Now which one shall we use? Do you know what? I think I might use both. Yeah, that sounds good to me. So to glue them down, I'm just going to shape them a tiny little bit because all I want to glue is the body. Probably a little bit of the leg as well. Glue that onto the path at an angle because I like a little bit of an angle. And then this other one, I think I'll do facing the other way. But again, glue just the body. There we go. Now the little ones I cut a load out with some leftover scraps I found in my scrap bin. I'm sure we've all got one of those. And I just cut a load out and just start sticking them wherever you want. I'm sticking the whole thing down, but really, I mean, again, you could stick just the middle bit, leave the wings flapping a little bit. I've done them in different sizes, and I'll do them at all different angles on the page. I think that'll do for now, just to show you how to do it. I'll just do one more and then you can do it how you like it. Like I said, as little or as many as you like. So the next thing are the wings. I do feel that these are a bit bright. I was using mica dust with that and I don't feel that they spread enough. But these are far too subtle. I used distressed ink and doesn't seem to have come out so well. I think I'm going to have to use the really bright ones. So I'm going to stick them on with bookbinding glue. Although to be honest with you, in the end I did use the alternative glue that Pinflair do. It's called All Purpose. I'll show you it. It's apparently meant to be the same as a hot glue gun. That's not hot glue, but it sticks as well, grabs as fast, works as well. I've never tried it before, but I did try it at the end of this. There it is. I did try it at the end and it did stick so much better. So for awkward things like acetate, I would go for the all-purpose glue. It definitely works a lot better. Holding it while it sticks. And then the other Dragonfly, I've put the little glittery wings on, which you can see at the end of the product. So you stick that back together. There you go. And there you have it, the finished card.